I'm George Ryle, and this is the Great British Chef's Signature Series. Most cafes, traditionally it's soup and carrot cake and sandwiches, but something like this can just attract a slightly different crowd and just say, yeah, a slightly more interesting approach to a museum cafe. We're cooking sort of quite similar food to a lot of restaurants that are maybe quite in vogue at the moment. Not too pretentious, not too many fancy tricks, you know, classic flavors with great ingredients. Hi, my name's George Ryle. I'm the head chef at the Garden Museum Cafe, and that's where we are today. And today we'll be cooking peas, girolles, and a crispy egg. We've got a pan on here, so we're just going to start by a little bit of oil. We're going to saute the girolles off in oil and a couple of knobs of butter. Chef's best friend, bit of butter. Lovely girolle mushrooms here. And then essentially the peas will go in, plus a little bit of mushroom stock, which we made with the trim from the girolles. And with the butter, as that sort of boils, that's going to emulsify, create a lovely sauce, and a crispy poached egg on top. So you get the butter nice and you don't want to burn it, so you've got to control the temperature a little bit, but get those girolles colouring up and you can smell the flavour of the girolles coming out. We always try and cook with the seasons, so we're lucky to have some great suppliers who work sustainably and with the seasons, and that they sort of make it quite easy for us. You're always sort of thinking about what's in season, what's coming up in season, and it's sort of, that's how the sort of menus and ideas come together. So yeah, once the girolles have got a little bit of colour, you're just chucking a handful of peas in. These are British peas from Yorkshire. Just going to turn this up a little bit now. And then a little splash of mushroom stock, a couple more knobs of butter, and now you're just going to let that simmer, and the butter will emulsify into the stock, and that's going to create the basis of your sauce. Cool, so then as you can see in here, the mushroom stock and the butter are emulsified together, and you've got quite a thick, not too thick, but shiny emulsified mushroomy stock deliciousness, which is really important for this recipe to finish with a little bit of vinegar. We use muscatel vinegar. Muscatel's nice because it's got a good natural sweetness, which are often used for dessert wines, so that's where it gets its sort of natural sweetness. But that sort of balance of, because it's quite buttery and earthy with the girolles, you want a sort of, yeah, the acidic balance is quite important for the dish. So yeah, the whole dish is topped with a crispy egg. So this is you poach an egg in, as you normally would, a little bit of vinegar in the water, and then spoon it out and into iced water, so it cools down and hardens a little bit. And then you basically pane it, so flour, egg, breadcrumbs, and then you get this straight into the fryer, which is about 180 degrees. And yeah, you just want to let that probably take a couple of minutes. So the egg's now nice and golden brown. As you can see, the breadcrumbs have caramelized nicely. Comes out, and then you want to season that as soon as it comes out of the fryer with a little pinch of Maldon salt. And then we're ready to plate. We're just going to garnish it with some pea shoots. I think peas and girolles are a real classic combo, and also now's just a really good time for girolles. But the flavour profile of a girolle is one of my absolute favourites. It's quite simple, the way it comes together. It's really delicious. It's super seasonal. It's sort of classic flavour combinations with something a little bit different, maybe in the sort of crispy egg situation. And that is the dish. That's peas, girolles, and a crispy egg.